Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Carla, around here better known as Gammy. Today I want to talk to you about something that took me a long time to figure out. Protecting my own sanity. Not in a selfish way, but in a survival way. In a way that lets me show up best for the people I love the most. I've lived with mental health challenges most of my adult life. And the one thing I've learned from that is that if I don't protect my peace, no one's going to do it for me. So today, I'm going to share the 5 things I do daily that keep me grounded, calm, and honestly joyful. So pull up a chair, grab a hot cup of tea or coffee, and let's sit for a spell. The first thing I do is journal. And I actually do 2 different kinds of journaling. Every single night before I go to bed, I open my journal and just write down 3 or 4 things that I'm grateful for that day. Doesn't have to be anything big. It'd be as simple as watching the clouds pass through the sky or hear the birds chirp. Just something that you're grateful for. This trains my brain to always look for something positive every day. Even if I've had the worst day of my life, I can find something positive in that. The second kind of journaling, I call it freehand journaling. It's when my mind is so busy and so racing that I just need to get everything out of my brain. So I just find a quiet place to sit. I put my journal down, I take my pen, and I just write everything that's on my mind. I don't censor it to see if it makes sense. I don't go back and read it because most of the time it doesn't make sense. It's just getting all of the open-ended conversations that are in my head out onto paper so they don't have to live in my head anymore. If your mind races at night, try freehand journaling for 1 week. You might be surprised at the changes. The second thing I do is meditation. And before you click away, I'm not talking about sitting cross-legged chanting. That's not me at all, guys. For me, meditation looks like walking out onto the land, finding a nice grassy area, and just staring up into the clouds. Just watching the clouds overhead. Just breathing, being still, letting that big sky make all my problems feel really small. Sometimes I have a quiet spot inside where I turn off everything just so it's completely quiet and I just sit and listen to the silence. That counts too. Your quiet place can be anywhere. It can be in your car, it can be in the bathroom, it can be outside. Your quiet place where you meditate, where you find peace and comfort, can be anywhere you want it to be. What matters is that you find that place and you go to it. And number 3 is movement. And y'all, I have never been a gym person. Never. I've went before, but I just can't stick with it. I got to do something fun. And I do love to move my body. So one day, a song was on and I just got up and started dancing around, being silly. And that one song, that changed my life in regards to fitness. So I get up and act silly and dance to 1 or 2 or 3 songs every day. It makes me move, it makes me smile, it brings me joy. And that laughing and that joy is gold for my mental health. It's better than any medicine could have ever been. Movement doesn't have to be hard. A walk, a stretch, a song, simply jumping around, that's enough to start. Just do one thing that makes your body move. Just one. Number 4 is routines. Wow. And this one, honestly, took me by surprise. By developing routines and stacking habits, my brain doesn't have to work so hard every day. For years, I've lived with decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is real. My morning routine and my evening routines both have a rhythm to them that help me walk through my day without having to make unnecessary decisions because it's simply part of a routine. Mine started with just 3 things: morning tea, journaling, and movement. That was it. Simple as that. You pick 3 things every morning. Same order every day. Give it 2 weeks. Watch what happens. And number 5, the hardest one of all, but the most important. When my daddy was on hospice, I was one of his caregivers. And I learned something during that sacred, heartbreaking time. The more I took care of myself, the better I was able to show up for him every single day. Through the grief of losing him, I found something I didn't expect. I found that my needs matter, not more than everyone else's, but equal to everyone else's. If you're a caregiver right now, or if you've spent your whole life putting everybody else first, I've got something you need to hear. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's the best thing you can do for the people you love. So those are my 5 things: journaling, meditation, movement, routines, and finally, above all else, believing that my own needs matter too. I want to know yours. Leave me a comment. Tell me one thing you do to protect your peace. I read all my comments. If this felt like a conversation you needed, or like a conversation someone you know may need to hear, please like and subscribe so you don't miss anything. I post videos weekly. The porch is always open, the tea's always warm, and there's always a chair for you. So until next time, Gammy signing off. Be kind to everybody, because we're all going through something.